Is your septic pumping business struggling to get more service calls? Is word of mouth taking too long? Maybe you're forking over thousands of dollars to Angie's List or HomeAdvisor just to barely break even. If that's you, you might have turned to Google Ads hoping it would solve your problems, but wasted thousands of dollars on ads because your campaigns weren't set up correctly. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we run Google Ads for our septic pumping clients that keeps their phone ringing with high quality leads every single day. If you're running Google Ads and struggling to get quality leads, it's not that Google Ads is the problem. Chances are you're making one of these common but simple mistakes. Using too small of an ad budget, running ads without proper targeting, not using the right keywords, ignoring negative keywords, not tracking conversions properly. If any of those things are true about your ad campaign, chances are that's the reason you're not getting good leads. Today, we're going to cover everything you need to do to make sure your Google Ads are actually going to bring you qualified septic pumping leads. First, we're going to talk about campaign setup, the right types of campaigns and settings that you need to make them successful for septic pumping businesses. Second, keyword strategy. You need to use the right keywords in order to get high intent leads. Third, ad copy and ad extensions. Chances are there's competition and it's crucial to write compelling ads that get you clicks and calls. Fourth, budgeting and bidding strategies that maximize your ROI. Fifth, we'll talk about landing pages that get you calls and form submissions. Lastly, and most importantly, we need to make sure that you're tracking conversions and leads so that you know what's actually working and what's not working. All right, let's get into it. First, I want to walk through the dashboard for this septic pumping business that we are working with. We've been running ads for them for almost 2 months now. And so far, looking at the last 30 days, with the cost of about $2,000 in ad spend, we've been able to generate 65 leads for them. And of that, it's converted to about $7,000 in job value. And so that's about a 3.6 return on ad spend. So this is definitely a good result, but there's still a lot of room to improve here. Really month 2, month 3 is when you can really start to see a good ad account benefit from the optimizations and improvements that you've made. So let's get into how to actually set up the campaign here. So I'm going to walk through editing an existing campaign that I have set up. If you're already running ads, this is exactly what you need to do to make sure that you have your campaign optimized to be able to bring in the most amount of leads. If you'd like a separate video of me walking through setting up a new account and a new campaign from the start, go ahead and let me know in the comments and I'll get a video made for that. So looking at the residential pumping campaign, I'm going to click into that. And that's the one that we want to take a look at. So under campaign settings, we want to make sure that our marketing objective is set to sales, leads, and website traffic. You could remove website traffic. We have it added here because this is a relatively new campaign that we started just a couple months ago. And in the beginning, you might want to get more traffic, but long-term, you're eventually going to want to focus it to just be leads and sales because that's really what we're focused on here. Next, you want to make sure that you are not using any of the additional search networks or display networks that Google oftentimes suggests. These are not going to give you quality leads. You might get lots of traffic, you might get lots of leads, but they're not going to be high quality. You want your ads to be showing up within the actual search, not in additional locations that Google wants to just place your ad. So next, what you want to do is make sure that you have your locations dialed in. This septic pumping business is located in Austin, Texas. And so we have a variety of the counties that they want to serve located here. So for you, you want to make sure that you have all the counties or zip codes or regions where you're located that you want your ad to show up for. If you have your location set too broadly, you're going to get lots of leads in areas that you don't want to serve. So you really want to have this dialed down to exactly who you want to serve. Next, we're going to walk through the keyword strategy that you want to be thinking about when you are setting up your Google ad account. So your keyword strategy is the keywords that you are selecting that you want your ad to show up for when people search that term. So if you have the wrong keywords used, you're going to be showing your ads to people that aren't actually going to be good qualified leads, or your ads aren't going to be shown up for the people that are actually looking for you. So you want to select really high intent keywords. Here we have a few different campaigns set up for residential pumping, residential inspection. This is actually paused right now, and then commercial, and then branded keywords. So I'm going to step here into the residential campaign, and we have ad groups based off of these 5 different groups of keywords. So let's click into the maintenance ad group. So what we're using here is phrase match keywords. So we're looking for keywords that closely relate to this phrase. You want to be very careful about using broad match keywords. Broad match keywords could show your ad for searches that are not even related to septic pumping or septic pumping maintenance. So you want to be really careful about using broad match keywords, especially in home service-based businesses, because there's such a variety in intent when people are actually searching for something like this. And it's important to have a mix of phrase match and exact match so you can get a really good idea of how are people actually finding you when they are searching through Google. And so as you can see here, all these keywords are, for the most part, maintenance focused. So if we come back to all the ad groups, you can see here this geo section. So within the geo section, this is where we're actually narrowing it down to different regions or locations and using those local keywords. So this is where we're using those local keywords in order to position our ad. So just as, if not more important than your search keywords, are your negative search keywords. Negative search keywords are gonna make sure that if somebody uses this term or this keyword in their search, you're gonna make sure your ad does not show up for it. And so as you can see here, if somebody is searching for cheap or discount or DIY or free, chances are they're not a qualified lead. They're just tire kickers looking to get discounts or looking for a free service. And this is obviously not what you want. Negative search keywords are going to prevent wasted spend, which is crucial when you're trying to optimize and use your ad dollars most efficiently. So the next step is writing compelling ads. Your ad copy is going to be the main thing that convinces the searcher to click your ad over your competitor's ad. So some of the key things to include are your key selling points. Maybe if you offer same-day quotes or same-day service, maybe emergency services available, any satisfaction guarantee, or any promotions that you're running is going to increase the likelihood that somebody clicks your ad over your competitors. The better you can highlight quick response times, good service, and good prices is going to increase the overall strength of your ad. Some other ways you can include the overall engagement with your ads are to include site links, call extensions, lead forms, just any way that you can provide additional ways for the searcher to interact with your ad is going to increase the likelihood that they click it. And so lastly, when you're building out your ads, it's important to maximize all the headlines and descriptions so that Google has as much data as possible so that they can optimize your ads so they can give you the best possible performing ad. So the next step is optimizing your budget and bidding strategy. This is one of the simplest things to miss, but can have one of the biggest impacts on how your campaign performs. So you'll want to go to your campaign settings and then edit bidding. Right now we are maximizing for clicks because this campaign is relatively new. Within the first couple months, you want to bring in as much data and traffic as possible so that you can then use that data to optimize that campaign later on for conversions. So if you want to set this to conversions, you would just click edit bidding strategy and then set this to conversions. Once you have a better idea of what your ideal conversion value is, you could potentially set this to optimize for a specific conversion value. So next you'll want to edit your budget. And so you'll want your budget to be something that is in line with where you currently are in this campaign cycle. So in the beginning, when you're testing and optimizing, bringing in data, you might want to have a lower budget, somewhere between $15 and $30 per day. And then as you start to optimize that campaign and you have enough data to be able to optimize for conversions, you want to crank this budget up to as much as you can while still being profitable and still having an effective cost per lead. The real key here for budgeting and bidding is making sure that you are tracking all of your conversions and you know exactly how much on the back end it costs to acquire a lead and on the back end how much it costs to acquire a new job. So in a little bit we'll talk about how do you actually track conversions and track leads, because that is one of the most important parts of this whole process. So once you have your campaign set up, a good keyword strategy, dialed in ad copy, and a budget and bidding strategy, you need to build out your landing page. Within your landing page, it's very important that you have a clear call to action. You need your phone number, easy to find, and call now buttons at the top of the page, as well as lead forms at the top of the page, so that visitor knows exactly what you want them to do, which is call you or to fill out a form. Next, you need really clear and specific local and service messaging. You should be telling that visitor exactly what it is that you do and all of the key selling points of what it looks like to work with you. Be sure to mention your service area, emphasize fast response times, and same-day quotes. Then make sure you have lots of trust and credibility boosters. Show case studies or customer reviews. Any trust badges that you have are really important to show on that page. For example, any of your licenses, insurance, or Better Business Bureau accreditations. If you have any before-after photos or customer photos, those are really great to also build trust with that visitor. And of course, make sure the landing page is mobile friendly because most of these visitors are going to be searching on their phone. Make the buttons big enough to tap on and keep all the text short and direct. And most importantly, you need to minimize distractions and funnel all of the visitors' attention to calling you or filling out a lead form. Remove any unnecessary links or anything distracting them from actually taking action. Our favorite tool for creating landing pages for our clients is with Unbounce. It makes it really easy to design beautiful landing pages, have clear call to actions. You can also A/B test different landing page versions so you know exactly the differences that are making the biggest amount of impacts. So this is a really good example of a landing page. As you can see over at the top, you have big schedule now buttons, big call now buttons. The colors really draw your eyes to it very quickly. And then also at the top is a schedule now form, collecting all the information we need from that prospect, but not anything more. They also highlight a promotion right at the top. And as you scroll down, you can see the different services that this septic pumping business also offers. They have customer satisfaction guarantees, clear description of everything they can assist you with, customer reviews, building trust, and then a list of all the locations that they serve in their area. And as you can see, throughout every scroll, I'm seeing clear call to actions that are drawing me in to take the next step, which is to call them or to fill out a form. So when a visitor calls you or fills out this form, you want to make sure it's getting sent over to your CRM or to your lead tracking system. Lastly, and in my opinion, the most important step is conversion tracking and lead tracking. This is really important because if you're doing everything else right, but you're not properly tracking your conversions and your leads, your campaigns in Google Ads will never be successful and you'll be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. The key conversions that you want to track are when somebody calls you or fills out a lead form. So the tool that we use to track calls and lead forms for all of our septic pumping clients is What Converts. It allows you to capture form fills, calls, and chats and bring it into a really nice dashboard so you can stay organized and know exactly where all of your leads are coming from and know exactly how much it's costing you to acquire those leads. Another great tool is CallRail. What Converts and CallRail are both very similar. I've heard a lot of great things about CallRail as well. So that you know what it looks like on the back end, this is the What Converts dashboard for one of our septic pumping clients. This is looking at over the last 30 days. We can see all of the leads that have come in. Looks like there's been about 164 leads. And of that so far, $15,000 of jobs have been closed and completed so far. And 8 are still pending. So this will probably become about $20,000 of closed business over the last 30 days. Another great step in your conversion and lead tracking is making sure that all of your leads get sent over to your CRM. A CRM that some of our clients like to use is Housecall Pro. Another great one is Pipedrive. Basically, the most important thing with the CRM is to make sure you can track your leads and be able to follow up with them consistently so that you can nurture them to becoming a closed job. Setting up and using the CRM is going to help you stay on top of your leads so that you actually convert leads into jobs. So now that we've gone over how to set up your campaign, build out your keyword strategy, write compelling ads, build a budgeting and bidding strategy, create beautiful landing pages, and track conversions, you're well on your way to having Google Ads be a massive source of revenue and lead generation for your business. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and refer back to this video when you're working on your ad account, and subscribe for more videos on how to generate leads for your home services business. And if you need help setting up your Google Ads the right way, check out the link in the description to schedule a free strategy call with me.